After reading the content in the chapters, doing the journal assignments, and the discussion posts primarily, I found that those are probably the most interactive activities, obviously, and what I gained the most from. Reading the context in general, I found myself relating it to my personal life or my, professional life throughout the entire context. I found that to be a good thing and a bad thing. I found myself overanalyzing my life probably more than the average student probably should, but I've also turned that into my new communication goal. I want to be the person that analyzes things. I've come to see that there's a lot more bias in all of this. A common factor in all of the context chapters that we read were, a bias and a breakdown in those boundaries, and finding where the lack of communication was. Is it because we are making these first impressions, or is it because we have this innate human nature to have unknowledgeable things and bias and stereotypes? My goal in taking from this class is now to be the person that asks those questions, just like with the discussion posts. I found myself, when I was writing these discussion posts, my initial posts being very guarded and edited because of reading the context on how online communication can be so detrimental because of misinterpretations of tones and things like that. So when I would go to write my initial post, I was very guarded on how I was going to word things and repeatedly edit it before hitting submit. Then when I was going through the second and responses, I was finding myself asking more questions in my mind and asking some of my fellow students more questions, because that's the only way we're going to become knowledgeable. That's the only way we're going to break these stereotypes. That's the only way that we're going to continue to have these open-ended questions. Obviously, I'm in the healthcare field. I want to be a great nurse, and my goal with having that knowledge-based education is to do the same thing for my patients and be that advocate when I find a barrier between us, whether it's the lack of eye contact because of a cultural situation or whatever. I'm going to find that knowledge. I'm going to take that to the next step and either, research that culture, or I'm going to take it to the next step and open up that conversation and learn about that culture through the best source, that person. Those are my new goals with this class and what I've taken away from it. I've enjoyed this class. I personally didn't think I would at first because of it being the online structure. It made me very nervous, but I really did enjoy this class, and like I said, those journals, I found myself relating them very much to my personal life, and those online discussions I found relating very much to my professional life. I found a good balance in this course. Thank you.